Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome everybody to a special edition of Skull Talk Live. Today, we are going to honor those who have served our grateful nation by remembering those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Today is not just a day to eat barbecue, to drink beer. Today is the day that we celebrate those who made the ultimate sacrifice, those who answer the call. So, I am going to read off some names for those who made the ultimate sacrifice. Starting off with Sergeant First Class Paul Reed, Major Chris Hernandez, Petty Officer Aaron Franklin, Master Sergeant Thomas Edward, Staff Sergeant Paul Sanchez, First Class David Sanchez, Julio Garcia, Corporal David Miller, Petty Officer Sarah Sarah M. Sorry, I cannot pronounce her last name. And we will continue to name off some more names. So for right now, let's bring in our special guest. Welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's an honor to be back.
Thank you for coming on a special episode of Memorial Day, where we pay tribute to some of the fallen soldiers. And I read off some names of some of these soldiers who passed away.
Oh, wow.
So, what do you think Memorial Day mean to you, Mr. C2K?
Memorial Day for me, being as a member of a military family, it means one part it means respect for the fallen soldiers that lost their lives during battle, and means moral support, and not only moral support, but pride of the current soldiers that are right now in battle, or right now out in the military, as the members of your family, of my family. And it means a lot to me because this is a very special day, not only for the current, our current, family members that are soldiers, but to the to the family, military family as well. And it's something that we take pride and joy to celebrate, celebrate this day, and and be very proud of our family members that are currently either currently in the military, or at the same time veterans of the military, and especially our fallen soldiers.
Okay, now I'm going to read off some more names. And this person is very close to my heart because she is the mother of Gaul, Roberta Reed. Donovan Reed. Oh, they're both our sergeant. We have Christopher Carroll, Petty Officer Christopher Carroll. We have Lance Corporal David Thompson. We have current Rustler Donica Baldwin, U.S. Navy shipmate Cody Foster, Airborne Ranger. Let's see the other name we have. Mike Martinez, U.S. Marine Corps. Tortuga, Rustler, United States Marine Corps. Jameson Stafford, United States Marine Corps, current Rustler. Montez Ford, WWE Superstar. Kevin Nash, WWE Superstar. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, WWE Hall of Famer. Let's see what else we have. Oh, let's see. American Punk, United States Marine Corps, and founder of 3PA, roughly. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what other ones we have. So that's the list for right now. List number 2. And if you guys want a special shout out to the loved one of your veteran family or currently active, please leave a name in a comment.
Can I make a shout out?
Go ahead.
I want to make a shout out to every family member that is currently current in in the military. Michael Thorson, Willie Mateo, Jamil, um, and the other, my aunt, my uncle that are veterans, as well. I want to give them a shout out. Many of my friends that are in the military, current military, like Christian, Eric, and all of you guys that right now are overseas. Love you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to come back home. Um, that's a shout out for me too, for all of them, that I'm proud of. We are proud of you guys. We are proud of you as all my members, that are in the military. We are proud of you. Thank you for your service. It's great among my friends. We proud of you. And I know that you guys are right now overseas fighting for our country, serving our country. Thank you, and thank you for your service. And now pray for one day you guys come back home.
Let's bring this other guest in. Hello, Mr. Austin.
That's not my name. My new name is now AT, 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 AT. It's no more off now. It's AT now.
So, what did Memorial Day mean to you?
You see, that's a good question that you asked. A Memorial Day. One thing that Memorial Day always love is the people who served our country, who've been in war back and forth. But one thing is, I lost a father. If my father was still here right now, it'll be a different story. These people out here fight for countries who can't see their family on holidays, who can't see their wife and kids because they're serving our country. They're
Sure.
out there doing war. They're fighting for our country. They're doing what they want to do out there. They can't see their own family, their own kids, their own anything, their wives, their whole entire family.
That is
People
true.
been out here dying, serving our country,
That is
helping
completely
us
true.
out. Like everybody think, like everybody said, what happened? What happened when that? What happened to 9/11? When people in there just destroyed the building and people died. They couldn't see their families. They had to have people call their own family and say, "I'm sorry, your husband's gone." That's sad. There, if anybody's family out there and they can't see their own child, their daughter, their son, their wife, their mom, their dad, but everybody serves our country. And later on down the line, or later on, I'm gonna do a special show of the Memorial Day for people who serve our country. And I'm gonna do 10 sounds of the bell. I'm gonna have whoever, all the military people, the army people, anybody, I'm gonna do a 10 salute to them who serve our country, because you know what? I give them prop, and I give them damn prop. They serve our country, they fight for our country.
Take
But
my
one
hat
thing
off to
is,
them.
we always salute to them. They up in heaven. They up by They up in God. They're down there looking at people. They're looking down at us.
That is true.
They couldn't go home. They couldn't go home on a holiday like Thanksgiving, Christmas, to spend time with their family. They had to be out here serving our country, doing other
Yeah.
things, fighting for our country, getting killed out here, and putting their whole lives on the line for their family, their familias.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't have a good meal with their family, sit down and have a good. Whoever served the country or served the military or whatever, they come back home and surprise them on a graduation or a birthday party or a regular party or whenever they come back from the military. And people like that, that hurts their heart. They hurt their heart. They can't see their own father. They can't see their own children.
True. Definitely true.
All right, I'm gonna take them off. That was Austin Tyler, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're gonna shoot out the more name. Chris Banavish. Thomas Smith, U.S. Coast Guard. Nikki Cortez, United States Air Force. Daniel Perez, U.S. Marine Corps / U.S. Navy. George Hernandez, U.S. Army. Peter Leroy, U.S. Navy. Colby Anderson, Mexican military. And to all those others that are on this list, I take my hat off to you. We salute you. And we are proud to call ourselves American under your sacrifice, your courage for
True.
our great nation, for us to breathe another day of air in a great nation we call home.
'Cause I'm proud to be an American. Yes, sir.
So, a little birdie told me you asked you were part of a military organization. So you want to enlighten the people about that? C2K?
Well, what happened?
A little birdie told me that you were part of a military organization yourself.
I was never part. I never said I was part of the military. So I don't know who told you that.
You said that you were part of like ROTC or something like that.
CAP. See, I said CAP was part of the high school. CAP was part of something out of the Air Force. The only thing that you had to do is basically take some like a drill sergeant, and there was a examine a test that you had to take. For
Pretty
that,
much
you
like
take
pretty much like ROTC.
kind of like that. But that was way back on my teens. That was way back when I was in the high school,
See,
and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it because, like I said, I couldn't do it because my brother, he was born. Grandmother got sick, and I had to stop. I have no choice but to stop. I remember talking to my drill sergeant. And it really does hurt me because I really want to be part of the Air Force. It's something that I always wanted to be. Growing up, military family, and it was something that my aunt, she was in the Navy, veteran. That's something that she wanted me to be. And I was this close. I was this close to be. I was that close to be in the Air Force, and unfortunately, I couldn't do it. Fortunately, because my brother, he was born. His mother, not my mother, she abandoned him. So it would just basically was just me, my grandmother, and my brother. So the thing is that I had to speak to my drill sergeant that night and told what's going on. I said, listen, I can't keep going no more. It's something that I want to do. I explained to him that I had to go to work because now that my grandmother, she was always in the hospital, getting, she heart attacks, strokes, etc. She always was sick. We had we had a friend of a family that he used to help us. We could call it Uncle Junior, and he was not always there because he used to work in a warehouse in Guanica, Puerto Rico.
hmm,
So I had to be the one to say, speak to my drill sergeant. I said, listen, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. I can't keep up. I can't. I was that close to pass that test, and I was that close to get my ticket and go to the Air Force.
so basically,
Fortunately,
hardship.
fortunately, I couldn't do it, and it just something that in today's hurt me because I did try to. When I came to United States when I was 18, I deregistered. I'm still registered, and but I couldn't. I tried again, but this time, yeah, the same thing. I want to be in the Air Force, but I had to do the same thing. I had to work. I had to go to school. I was going to MCT college. I had to go to school and go to work, and I couldn't. I couldn't be part of the Air Force again into right now I'm 41 years old, and like my cousin said, uh, you're only allowed to into the you like 40.
Yeah, so you're pretty much past the entry level.
I
But at
passed the
least,
entry
but
level.
at least you tried to
I
serve.
tried. I tried to serve. I tried to serve my country.
At least you tried to live your family legacy. But even though you may have not joined, you are considered a supporter, like myself.
Yes. Yes.
I tried to join the United States Air Force at one
Yeah.
point, but I had some issues. Then I found a job opportunity where I can work with the military.
Exactly.
And I did that for 8 years.
Yes. But I did boot camp. I did boot camp for 5 years. I was a drill sergeant in boot camp for 5 years. And at the same time, they said in my to in France that you know I was Pathfinders, which is Pathfinders is something like it's a church thing. It's a Pathfinder for the 7 day Adventists in Guanica, Puerto Rico, where we was helping the boot camp. That was before I became a drill sergeant in a boot camp for 5 years. And we was helping them, with the boot camps, with the boot camps. What is a Pathfinder? The Pathfinder basically is Boy Scouts slash kind of type of army, kind of. If you want to put army and a Boy Scouts together, that's what kind of it is. So that we was doing that for 4 years. We was helping them with the boot camp. We was helping them with the kids that was bad in school, that was getting in trouble, that was all that stuff. And then as um, the boot camp came to me and they said, "Hey, you know what? We love your work and we see that you got a lot of experience, in marching. Because in a Pathfinder, I was director and sub-director of marching, director and sub-director of Pathfinders for 2 years." And they loved my job, and they said, "Hey, you know what? We want you to be a drill sergeant." And I said, "Yeah." I was there for 5 years. Something I did love doing. Um, but yeah, I tried to serve the country. Unfortunately, I was not that lucky like some of my family members that are lucky, the veterans and currently, in the Army, Navy, Air Force, and National Guards. Try to serve my country, and it's something that it does hurt me into this day. But I'm proud supporter of the military.
Very interesting. So we're going to take a quick little break, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I have a really, really good question. Because now I know a lot of current active military have to get out of the service. How did they become veterans because of this?
Hmm.
What do you think about the new military policy about unwanted sexuality, such as being a lesbian, being transgender, bisexual?
Mhm. Mm.
What do you think about the whole new policy about that?
Such as if they were that they cannot serve. That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
Um, I like I said, growing up in a military family and just I wanna say my opinion is that I don't think that I mean it doesn't matter what you basically are as long that you want to serve this country.
and basically
Because
perform the duty, right?
exactly because let's say in I'm praying that it doesn't happen. Let's say that if something happened and they will just want to recruit a lot of people to defend its country. Let's say, for example, and hopefully I'm praying that doesn't happen. Let's say an invasion happen in the United States of America, where you have no choice to recruit a lot of people to defend this country. But if they keep going in this situation, you're not going to have a lot of people to recruit, and that means that we might fall into the enemy's hand because of that situation. And my thing is, whoever wants to serve our country, they can serve it.
And especially if they've already been serving more than a 2 year I mean an 8 year term contract.
Exactly. Including for that a year contract, that's basically just do there. If you had 8 year contract, you there. And I think it just like I said, as long you want to serve this country, serve it as well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what their sexuality is. They're
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
if they're willing to serve this great nation, let it be so. As long as they can perform their duty.
Exactly. As long they perform the duty, as long they do what they need to when it needs to be done, as long they serve this country with pride, courage, then it shouldn't be no problem. It shouldn't be no problem.
Yeah, and I would like to say this: there are so many veterans end up losing their lives
It's true.
because they don't know how to transition
Exactly.
fully from military life back into civilian society. They pretty much cut so many resources fund.
Exactly.
Give them a short term of care after.
True.
There are over 1 million veterans that are currently living on the street due to mental health issue that they have suffered. And the government at point pretty much don't want to take care of them for a long-term basis.
True.
And I wish there were more organizations just like Real Warrior Project, Veteran Affairs, Fallen Brothers. I wish there were more organizations out there that will help our veterans once they get out of the service. And not have it only be a short term. Because some may take 6 months to a year or more longer to
True.
transition out. So if you see a veteran, say thank you and shake their hand today, because it's all about our veteran looking out for one another.
Exactly.
Start a conversation with them. Go volunteer at your local American Legion or your VFW post. Go help a veteran who cannot help themselves
Exactly.
due to disability. That's all I got to say about that. So, any last words, G2K?
My last words is that I'm very proud of every member of my family that has served, still serving this country. Friend of mine that still serving this country and serve this country. I'm proud of every soldier out there in the military that is a veteran and is still currently serving our country. And all I gotta say is thank you for your service.
Very good word. So, see you guys on the next episode of Go Talk Live. This is a holiday special.